Hey, what's up guys, it's Garcyrus, and I haven't made a video in a long time, so yeah, I'm sorry about that. Anyways, I took a lot of time making this video. I tried to just, take it slow, which I'm never, unless this video gets a lot of views, but it won't because it's a review of Battlefield 3, a game from 2011. So I don't know why I made this review in the first place, and it's kind of just, redundant, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hey, what's up guys, it's Garcyrus, and yes, I'm not dead. Now you're probably yelling at your computer monitor right now, screaming, "Cyrus, Battlefield 3 was released like 6 years ago! Shut up and do another CSGO funny moments, fatty!" And that's just hurtful. By the way, my review of Titanfall 2 will come out 2022, so stay tuned for that. Now I'm going to review the campaign because if I review the multiplayer, someone is going to call me bad at the game, and I'm going to go cry into a bowl of ramen while wondering where it all went wrong. So let's begin with the review. Now the story goes a step above most first-person shooters, in not making it about how an American squad kills lots of bad guys while patriotic music plays in the background, and replaces it with an American squad plus 3 Russians killing everything from militants to police in Paris while dubstep plays in the background. If you don't want to see any spoilers for a game that came out 6 years ago, I guess you can skip to the point in the description. Now the story is about a terrorist named Solomon trying to transport a nuke by train and detonate it in New York and Paris, and the heroic works of Misfit 1-3 and 3 Russian paratroopers to stop this. Your main character is Henry Blackburn, part of Misfit 1-3, who's being interrogated by the CIA. Misfit 1-3 discovers a case where it appears that 2 of the 3 nukes have gone missing. They are tasked with capturing al-Bashir, who they end up killing by making him crash into a lamppost. They go try to capture Kafra, whatever Russian name boy, an arms dealer, who may have sold the nukes to Solomon, but then the Russians invade in massive numbers and start attacking US troops. You and your squadmate Montez manage to survive, but 2 people in your squad, Matkovic and Campo, were killed by a Russian jet. You and Montez blame your commanding officer for the deaths of Matkovic and Campo. Meanwhile, 3 Russian paratroopers, Dima, Vladimir, and Kirill, assault Kafarov's villa. They manage to kill Kafarov, and Blackburn shows up while Dima explains everything to Blackburn. Dima then tells Blackburn to kill his CO, which he does without any hesitation for some reason. Dima then goes to Paris to try to stop one of the nukes, and fails horribly, resulting in the deaths of 80,000 people. Blackburn and Montez escape interrogation and start chasing after Solomon. They get into a car chase, which results in Solomon shooting Montez, and you beating the ever-loving shit out of Solomon with a brick, stopping the detonation. All in all, the story isn't bad. It just serves as something to, use as a backdrop for the gameplay. Now, the vehicle sections in this game are basically on-rail shooters. I mean, the whole game leads you on a path that if you alter your direction at all, you're basically just gonna fail. Aside from that, though, it's pretty good. Some of the environments are just amazing. Like the scene when the Russians invade was just insane back in 2011, and still holds up pretty well today. The game still looks good, even by today's standards. The level where you are crawling through the sewer, scaring PETA, was pretty well set up, and scared the hell out of 10-year-old me. The only problem that I have with the levels in this game is it likes to stutter like hell on larger maps, because it is constantly loading things in. The gameplay for me is very enjoyable. I enjoyed shooting many types of people, from Russians, to police, to terrorists, to my CO. Most enemies will take 1 to 3 hits to kill, which I like because most games just make it so on harder difficulties, enemies take like 20 shots to kill and they spawn in like 2,000 enemies. See, this game is different. The enemies are easy to kill, but they do a ton of damage, and at one point you're basically fighting the whole Russian military, which is easier than you would think apparently. It's a typical go shoot people here and go shoot people there, which is pretty common with this type of game. The question still stands though. Does it hold up to today's standards? And the answer is, in my opinion, yes. It's refreshing to actually be entertained by a single player game recently. I mean, there's only been really 2 single-player FPS games I've enjoyed that have been made in 2016 or 2017. It's just been Titanfall 2 and Doom. Now, both of these games don't have the best story, and, you know, it's just kind of lackluster. But the gameplay is fun, and in the end, I'd rather have a game that I play because it's fun to play than one that is not really that fun to play, but I want to try to, you know, move forward in the story. It's a fun game that should take a few minutes to install on your PC, and you know what? It's fun. It's fun, and it'll probably bring back some nostalgia for people who have played the game before. Now, if you haven't played, you know, BF3 before, you're probably not gonna like it that much. You're not gonna have all the nostalgia. So I don't know if, like, you know, you should boot it up. But if you've played the game before, just to look back on it, it's fun. Also, there's a co-op, which is pretty fun for a while. It's not really anything amazing. Maybe I'll do a video on it in the near future. Until then, guys, see you in the next video. Yeah.